Okay, good day everyone. Once again, hope you've been having a good day, or at least a good night. Because I just woke up about a few hours ago, and I am still quite sleepy, but there's work to be done. Okay, so on the first video, we identified our zones, our daily zones, and our weekly zones. We also described what support and resistance levels are, which is this explanation, which is this line right here. So yes, this is because we're done with that. And this was to explain resistance to support. Sorry, support to resistance here. Let's see a support level becomes a resistance level. So now we're done with that. So the next I'll go to the video now is identifying our trend lines. Trend lines, and you can see that it's a very strong bearish momentum on this pair, on this commodity. So very clearly we'll be drawing a bearish trend line. So what actually is a trend line? Like what is the, when you say trend line, what is the trend line? A trend line is a line drawn across the chart to indicate the general direction of price movements. That is the most basic definition I can give you for a trend line. Simply a line drawn across the chart that tells you in which general direction price is moving. As we can see, price is moving downwards. So our trend line is simply indicating a downward movement. Oh, hold on. Something interesting that I see here. Let's see if this is interesting as I see. Huh. Wow. So we have something of a bit of a daily range here. We are not even something of a bit of, let's switch it. This is not a daily trend line. It's not simply a daily trend line. This is a daily trend channel. So then I'll have to change the colors. So this is a daily trend channel. This was the price movement. Price was bullish before this. Price then hits the all-time high and has been trailing downward. The reason why I'm looking for the general direction of price before this trend channel appeared is because when you have a downward slanted trend channel like this, there's a special name for it. I've forgotten the special name. But whenever you have this downward slanted trend channel, it is actually a continuation pattern, a bullish continuation pattern primarily. So since price has initially been bullish like this, we should actually be expecting that this trend channel is just like a correctional move. After price is done with this, so now suddenly, boom, go back up again. So it seems like maybe it to be a good idea to buy XRP at this time. Because no matter how low it gets from here, even if it goes up, it goes down to, price is currently at 85.99. Even if the price of XRP goes down to 20, if it eventually comes back up to 180, 200, you've made a huge profit. Well, anyways, let's continue with our technical analysis. That's just a side note. So now we've identified our trend channel, which is quite like a trend line. Let's see if there are any other trend lines we can draw. We have a trend line here. Even though this trend line has already been violated, I'll still maintain it on my chart. Why? This falls under what we call anyways, diagonal support and resistance levels. Trend lines act as support and resistance levels. So similar to how we have resistance becomes support and support and resistance on zones and support and resistance levels, horizontal levels. We also have the same thing on trend lines. So that means that it's possible, not guaranteed, but it's possible that since price has gone past the trend line, price might come down to find support off of the trend line. And if price were to find support off of the trend line, well, that would just be very interesting. So we keep that on our chart. So now we'll go down to the 4-hour time frame. Are there any trend lines for us to draw? Are there any trend lines for us to draw? I can see a bearish trend line here. I can see one here. I apologize for zooming out so much, but this pair, I just have to. I can see a trend. Okay. This is our H4 trend line. So I think that's it for trend lines I can draw. I can actually draw a trend line like this, but this trend line is clearly no longer valid. I can draw one like this. I can also draw another one like this. Oh, I like this. Why do I like this? You can see this is first bounce, second bounce. Price broke through, then use the back of the trend line as support. That's why you have whatever I called it just now, diagonal support and resistance, slanted support and resistance. So that's enough for trend line. Next we'll identify our trend origin and our market structure.